Hey guys, welcome to Segal M Studio, and we are about to get into term two. Such an exciting time to get back into the grind, to get back into our goals, to get back into achieving what we want to achieve. This is just an amazing time, and I welcome you back. And term two is really going to be an exciting one. And we hope that all the lessons that we learned in term one and the first part of the year could really help and build up for the second part. In this week's episode, we'll be looking at a new term and new goals. We'll be reflecting over term one, the lessons learned, and of course, we'll be closing the video with the word of the week. That's when we're able to just share some nuggets and share some good words of encouragement, some words of insight as we carry on achieving these goals of ours. And the reminder of the week: a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step, and that is by Lao Tzu. And I resonate so much with this because we've got these amazing dreams, these amazing ambitions. They're on the wall in our minds. They're on our Instagram pages. They've got mood boards. We know where we want to go, right? But a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. Just one step is important to the greater journey and to the bigger picture. The smallest task is important in the greater perspective. When we look at the bigger picture, the small steps actually do count. So what we're doing today, it is taking us a step closer to where we are really hoping to go. So just a reminder that every little step, every little task, every little conversation around our dreams and our aspirations, those are so important. And they move us closer to where we want to be. So I'd just like to share some few reflections from term one. So these are things that I picked up along the journey. For me personally, the first term and the first the first 3 months of the year, trimester of the year, really, I looked into some things and I'm like, okay, there are actually some notes to take from this, experience. There are some things to note down. So I've summarized them and I'm going to break them down and unpack, and we're going to share. And I believe that these are things that everyone can resonate with. It does not just have to be a person studying. It could be a person who's just taking a break, from their career, and now they're chilling with family and friends and they're about to go back into the working mode. There are certain things that we all can resonate with. And I believe that some of these are things that are so broad and everyone across the spectrum is able to grow and learn from these. So the first thing that I had to note was planning is everything. Now, this was very big for me. Because this time I was tasked with having time to be in class and learn, having time for myself just to take care of your normal administration of life, your cleaning, your washing, and you're preparing, you're taking care of other, important adult, responsibilities, and also, your work responsibilities as well. But I found that planning is everything. One is not able to properly execute if you do not have a plan. So I'm going to break that down, and I'd really like us to get into this. If you have anything to add, please. This is a very much open platform. Communicate in the comments tab. Tap. Let me know what you think about this one. But for me, I found this to be quite important. Planning is everything. It is so important. Secondly, positive habits are like fuel. Positive habits are like fuel. So have you seen when you get into a situation or you get into a task and you really have to execute, and there's just that push that comes, and that push comes from having developed positive and, good habits from previous encounters, and those good habits just keep pushing you forward, and you're able to move, and now you're able to take these tasks on head on and execute and kill and destroy and do well. Those are positive habits, and that's the power of positive habits. They are like fuel. They push you in whatever circumstance or situation or task that you put in, because you've developed positive habits, good habits. They push you moving forward. Mind over matter. I think this is a very important one in any circumstance. Last week we spoke about starting something new, and we spoke about the first term. Now we're speaking about mind over matter. How we perceive things, how we digest and internalize situations mentally is so important, and it actually determines the outcome of whatever task we're given and whatever situation we are in. Mind over matter is those circumstances when a situation is not so bad, but because you did not really think it through or plan properly, or you've looked at it from a bad perspective or a limited perspective, it seems so huge, and you're like, oh no, I can't do this, just because of the way that you perceived it. Taking time to actually break things down, digest, is extremely important. Breaking down the problem and separating it from the solution, quite important. But we're going to get into that. And these are the reflections that I have from term one. These are just reflections that I believe everyone can resonate with, and things that I'd like to expand on. Also, the reason for me doing this, because we're going to move into the second term, right? And I think if we go into the second term with a clear path, a clear thinking stream, it really, really is going to help us when we're going to look at challenges and tasks in a more different, but productive and positive manner. Planning is key is the first one that I'd really like to get into. So a well thought out plan provides direction, clarity, and purpose, guiding you through challenges and opportunities alike. It empowers you to prioritize tasks, manage time effectively, and stay focused on your goals. Remember, your journey to success is often paved with strategic planning and thoughtful execution. Embrace the planning process, stay proactive, and trust in your ability to turn your visions into reality. With a solid plan in place, you're able to move a step closer and realize your aspiration and creating a brighter future. Developing good habits may require time and effort, but once established, they serve as powerful fuel for success. Mind over matter, the problem, the solution. It is quite important that we separate the two. Looking at a problem at a ground level and breaking it up into phases and breaking it up into different sections that can be solved, categorically, is much, much better than getting flustered and getting anxiety attacks and, getting so worked up that, this is a huge task. And I believe most of us fall into that trap of getting, just worried with a lot of work that we have or tasks that we have, because we're looking at it from a specific point. If we look at problems from a problem solving point of view and looking at a problem that we can break it up and solve it in bits and pieces, it makes it such a better process. And looking at a problem as something that might have a possible solution is such a powerful point of view, because if you look at a challenge and the first thing that you perceive is that this is a huge thing and there's possibly limited ways for me to actually work through this, then it does become a bit daunting. But looking at a problem and thinking that there might be possible solutions to this issue, makes it sound a bit better. And that's how I choose to look at some of the problems and challenges that I face, looking at them, thinking that there might be a possible way of me solving this. I just need to consult and research and find those ways. So how we perceive our problems, our situations, our tasks, very much important. Having that mind that, we could actually work through this. I just need to find the strategy. And once you find that strategy, you execute and bam, you got it. Mind over matter. Very helpful. Something that I find to be extremely important along any journey is asking for feedback and just pausing from time to time and evaluating how you're doing. Ask for feedback, consult, and evaluate your plan of action. And if you see that indeed your plan of action is not giving you the results that you wanted, then go back to the drawing board. Consult. Speak to those who have done it. Speak to those who are there to assist you. And, look at ways of, getting it done correctly. If there are those that have achieved what you're looking to get or achieve, speak to them and ask them, how did you do this? How do you think that I can apply this? Asking for feedback from people that you're working the same journey with, your superiors, those who are there to assist you in the journey. Very, 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 such a good task, such a positive task to engage in. And measure your results. So whenever you get an opportunity to actually look at your results and compare, do so, because that's the only one of the ways that we are able to actually gauge how we're doing. We're able to look at, our previous performance and our current performance and measure if we are improving in certain ways or regressing in certain ways. And something that's quite important in measuring our results is also having a very healthy mindset of measuring our results, measuring ourselves against how we performed yesterday and not so much against the next person, because each person is in their own journey, their own lane, following their own path of progression, and it is different, and our journeys are going to look different. Your journey is going to look totally different from the guy next door, the girl next door. These things are going to look very different, but measuring yourself against how you performed in your previous tasks, in your previous encounters, and asking yourself, where am I getting this wrong? Where am I going wrong? And being able to, just single out the issue and see that, this is actually the problem. That is so important, and I find that to be quite important. I sat down and I was looking at my first term, like, Sam, so this is where things got a bit shaky for you. This is where things could have been a bit better, but you could have worked on that issue a bit better or attacked it a bit better. But that's how we become better, by just sitting down and looking at circumstances and saying that, now I know where I went wrong. Now I know where I could have fixed, and added a bit of improvement. That's it. That's the journey. This is continuous. We are constantly going to be looking at ourselves, looking at our products and saying, this could be done a bit better. Now, the word for the week, in alignment with our tone for this week and in alignment with our theme for this week, is you've got this. Now we're starting a new term. We're starting a great new chapter. Very important for us to remind ourselves that we've got this. Every obstacle encountered is an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. Remember, you've got this. Trust in your abilities, stay focused on your goals, and never underestimate the power of perseverance. That spirit of not giving up? Embrace the journey, celebrate small victories along the way, and keep moving forward with confidence and courage. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you've watched until this part, you are a very important person. Please follow the journey and all the social media platforms, on Instagram, on YouTube. Please like, comment, and subscribe and become a part of the journey. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.